Well, thank you for joining us for KBOI 2 News Midday. I'm Brian Moore, and we're going to get right to your top 11 stories at 11 this morning. Well, flames lit up an Eagle neighborhood overnight. Happened in the 400 block of North Stearman Way about 2 o'clock this morning. Arriving crews quickly called a second alarm. Firefighters say that fire started in the garage. Nobody was hurt, and there's no word on a cause.
As of Monday, and last night, the owners were here, and they were inside the house, obviously cleaning. So I imagine they might have left something in that garage.
Crews say a firewall helped to keep the flames contained to the garage, but there is some smoke damage to the rest of that home. ACHD wants to add bike lanes to Capitol Boulevard from River Street to the Boise Bench. Some of the design features in the various proposals include bike lanes down the middle of Capitol or bike lanes down the sides, possibly a dedicated protected bike lane that would take a lane of traffic away from drivers. More information on the ideas and reaction from neighbors in just a few moments. The Los Angeles Times reporting both of Arizona's senators accused the Pentagon of paying pro sports teams to stage events honoring the troops. Now, the senators say they uncovered nearly $7 million in contracts with items they described as paid patriotism. The NFL says it will refund taxpayer money if it received inappropriate payments to honor troops at games. Eagle police say this spoiler fell off of a Subaru Legacy that crashed into some fences and came to a stop in a field off of Rush Road. Police say it had to go through barbed wire, so the vehicle probably has quite a bit of damage. If you have any information on this case, you are asked to call Eagle Police. The number's on your screen, 938-2260. British officials believe terrorists may have put a bomb on board the Russian plane that crashed in the Egyptian desert on Saturday. Egypt's government insists its airport security is tight and says there is no evidence of terrorism. Russian investigators are completing their search at the crash site and have so far recovered the body of 140 passengers. 224 total died in that incident. Nampa Police Chief Craig Kingsbury is the final candidate for Chief of Police in Twin Falls. As our media partner, the Idaho Press Tribune, reports, Kingsbury still has to complete a background check and interview with the mayor. He has been chief in Nampa since 2013. If he is hired in Twin Falls, he says he plans to move in January. The Utah Supreme Court set to hear arguments in a lawsuit filed by a woman who says polygamous leader Warren Jeffs forced her to marry her cousin when she was 14. Melissa Wall is asking for up to $40 million in damages from the Sex Communal Property Trust, which is now controlled by the state. Her testimony against Jeffs helped convict him in 2007 of being an accomplice to her rape. The controversial murals in the old Ada County Courthouse are once again under scrutiny. Now, 3 options exist for those murals, which depict the lynching of a Native American. They can keep them covered up, display them openly, or add information to put the paintings in historical context. No word on when a decision will be made. A federal grant supplied 3 Meridian middle schools with tablets, but not all students in the districts have one. So some parents now worried their kids will fall behind. The school district says they are working around it by not assigning homework directly linked to the iPads. A spokesman says nearly 20 Meridian middle school students are without the tablets in the selected schools. Net income at Fiat Chrysler U.S. operations fell 89% in the third quarter as the company set aside nearly $1 billion to pay for future safety recalls. Net profit was $70 million compared to more than $600 million just a year ago. Strong sales of Jeep models worldwide are responsible for a 5% increase in revenue for the company overall. Regal Cinemas announced some rules for fans ready to see the new Star Wars movie. In a tweet, the theater says no masks or Star Wars weapons such as lightsabers or blasters will be allowed inside theaters. The move is in response to the Colorado theater shooting.
I don't think it's going to change anything. People are going to complain online like they do nowadays, but at heart all these guys are going to go out, they're going to watch the movie, they're really going to enjoy it.
Well, Star Wars opens in theaters the week before Christmas.